And we all know the value of music education and what it does to develop a whole student. So by these instruments being in the classroom with all these teachers, every student now has access to music education.
Once upon a time, there was a princess who kissed a frog who happened to betray a shocking fish. She was caught by a fisher girl who wished for gold, but instead became a witch that tried to eat 2 children, one of whom grew up to marry a woodcutter who would have a daughter that would make a series of deals with the devil and enchantress and a weird little man for her firstborn child, who would eventually be locked away in a tower before having her hair cut off and meeting a prince in the desert.
Brain imaging studies which have shown that kind and compassionate feelings cause changes in our prefrontal cortex. And with kindness practice, that area gets more and more accessible.
As this county has changed and grown and become more sophisticated, it may make more sense that the interim development policies for Franklin's UGB might be different than for Nolensville's UGB.
I can't tell you how many times I've sat with families and they sit and you start to talk to them about all these symptoms, and all of a sudden they're like, gosh, now it makes so much more sense. This was going on 7 or 8 years ago. Why did we not ever pick up on this?
They can help you learn how to and when to support your loved one that's struggling with substance abuse. And I would also like to say that Williamson County 911 will always be here to answer your call whenever you need it.
Want to be fair. I think we're fair and balanced here on Sports Connection. Do you agree?
Fairly fair.
Fairly fair and balanced. Fairly fair. Don't know about balance.
We're fair. I like what you just said. We're fair, but we're not balanced.
We're fair, we're not balanced.
I want to again say thank you for our staff for being here, parents for being here supporting your son or daughter, and most importantly for our students as we got to celebrate you all tonight. And what a great honor it was. So everybody give a big hand and applause for them.
Little Shane Pantal, as I knew him, or Dr. Shane Pantal and I have something in common. We're both the kids of Franklin High School teachers. So with that in mind, we know a lot about the commitment that your teachers have and the sacrifices they make.
Is it correct that our regulations state when the construction plans are required versus preliminary plans and how that timeline works?
Yes, ma'am. So included in your packet, we outlined the subdivision regulations that clearly state when the construction plans are due.
Brentwood wins both the boys and girls over Ravenwood. What a team Brentwood has. Again, if you're talking about spring fling, a real shot. I'm going to talk about the big one now. Obviously the WCS spring fling, they've been doing it. They could very easily, there's a scenario where they could win both tennis, they could win both track, and win soccer.
I'm Sam Frank, class of 2024.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
He's just one of the best. We always want to try and be as close to what Sam Frank was.
He's the quintessential student athlete.
Parenting children today is different than it has ever been. And there's this little thing called the internet that has created havoc among our kids. And if there's one piece of advice I could give parents right now, it's limit the amount of time that your children have on the internet.
We're all going to work to continue to keep our county the best place to live, work, and raise our family. We have something very, very special, not only in our individual cities, but our county.
There's no substitute for time. There's no substitute for people. And I talk about that regularly because it's true. It's real. No amount of money can create the environment that we have. No amount of money can do it, but people can, and you guys do. And that's what makes it so great for me, for us to be able to celebrate you.
Love how we get to learn cultures and new countries and how we all get to have fun all together.
We have the most diverse school in the county, so we get to celebrate where everyone's from.
Which is really something special because everyone should be represented and respected.
Nolensville, baseball and softball. They were, during the regular season, a combined 31-4. Okay, 31-4. When you count the postseason tournament, they were 8-0. I'm talking district now, 39-4. Had to get that in because that, my friends, is big.
And we do have permanent full-time staff available in the reading room as well to provide reference service. So no matter what your comfort or skill level, if you've done your entire family tree, if you're trying to get started the first time, we've got resources and staff there that can help you.
If you don't feel alone, you can tackle anything. And for me, that has been the key. Like, you are not alone, because we may not have had the same exact story, but we're driving down the same highway and we're trying to get to the same place. And I think that is the importance of the communication. That is the importance of parents knowing that if their kid is doing, or even their parent is going through something, that's happening 10,000 other times around the country, but nobody's talking about it.
This would potentially implicate our participation as a 3-star county. And I can't say that it would definitely do X or Y without going back and looking at the program. And quite honestly, I didn't review that prior to tonight. But yeah, I believe it is part of that. But we still have an underlying obligation to provide economic development in the county. If you don't do it through Williamson Inc., you're going to have to do it in another manner.
Richard, how do you spell carrots? C-A-R-R. How dare you be an equal boy? Gilbert. Are you bleeding, Gilbert?
And Shirley, what is the meaning of this?
do appreciate the work of the policy committee in trying to make the best of a challenging situation with this. I think the decision tree is effective and is a good tool to work from. I'm just not there on this policy.
We all have peaks and valleys in life. Curveballs can come our way, and it's important to know what mental health is so we can not have this stigma to fear it and think it's these other people. We can support our loved ones that may be going through a tough time.
We just got great people, man. We got great kids, we got great people, we got great families in our community. So it's been fun. And like I said earlier, we all get along well. I think we started so tight knit and so small, and it's grown, but like that tight knit feel has still been there.
Addiction is giving up everything for one thing, and recovery is giving up one thing for everything.
Memorial Day is unlike any other holiday. It's a somber reminder that freedom is not free. It comes at a great cost, a cost that's been paid for by generations of brave Americans who gave everything they had so that we can continue to enjoy the blessings of liberty.
Join an organization you care about. Maybe it's water or cancer, whatever nonprofit you're passionate about. Join that group. Become a leader in that group. And then when you go speak to your representative, you're not bringing one vote, you're bringing 100 votes.